keeps turning around. The wheel of fortune keeps turning around.
Notice? Over there.
Oh, yes. She's a noticeable thing, all right. You got a not quite with an appearance, Monk. Amorphous. That's the word. More like a possibility than a completed creature.
I mean the suitcase with it.
Oh, yeah. Suitcase. Does she think she's in the waiting room with Depot?
I think she thinks she moved in here.
Oh, well, that's a possible problem for you there.
You're goddamn right. I'm running a tavern that's licensed to dispense spirits, not a pad for vagrants. They see those stairs. They know I live
Yeah, Monk, they see those stairs, and it hits them dimly that you might need the solace of their companionship up those stairs some night. And I don't need to tell you, Monk. That solace of companionship is not the least expensive item on the shelves of a fucking supermarket a man my age has to spend what's left of his life shopping in. That solace is on the shelves of the market even for me, Monk. The price is inflated on it. You remember that plump little Chicana woman I had with me up here some nights last summer, huh?
No.
Nice boobs on her, national monument for an ass. She came to me for medical attention. Yep, she had worms. I diagnosed it correctly. Gave her the little wooden spoon, the little bottle, and I said to her, Senorita, bring me a little piece of your shit in the bottle tomorrow. Some beginning to some romance. Dewormed a lady and laid her in place of payment. Jesus, what a love story, huh?
Bill?
Yep, I had her all summer, Monk. In September, she met a good-looking young pimp, made her critical of me. She called me a dirty old man, so I had to let her go.
Hey, Monk, about that beer. I don't remember you coming in here with a woman.
Yeah, we always sat at that back table, arguing over the fair expense of her ass.
Jesus Christ, Monk. How big a tab's blowing her up in here? For Christ's sake.
I'll run Leona's tab to a computer because I know she's good for it. If you want that bottle open, you better give it back here. If it was your tab, not hers, I'd worry. Since it's her tab, not yours, I don't, okay?
Bill?
I can tell you some things.
Now, let's go tell her Violet. She's called you 3 times.
Hiya, Vi.
I had an awful experience today with Mr. Menzies at the amusement arcade.
Oh.
He just been broken last night. I don't know what to do, and he come over here and sit so I can tell you. And give me a beer and some Slim Jims. I'm famished, lonesome and famished.
You want me to solve both those situations for you?
Yes, please.
Hey, Monk, give me a Ryan Gold and a couple Slim Jims.
Yep, I got the message. You left Leona?
Where's Leona?
She's crying into a stew in her stinking trailer.
Thanks, Bill.
Heavy seas from Point Conception south to the Mexican border. Fog continuing until tomorrow noon. Extreme caution should be observed on all highways along this section of the coastline.
Small craft warnings, Doc.
That's right, Monk. And you are running a place of refuge for vulnerable human vessels.
So have you left Leona for good?
Nah, just till she gets her knickers out of that twist. She had this little brother, a faggot, who used to play fiddle in church. And whenever she's drunk, she starts to cry up a storm about the little fag, whom she admitted was arrested for loitering in the Greyhound men's bus station room.
Yeah.
And whenever she's drunk, she starts to cry up a storm about the little fag, whom she admitted. And if I say he was asking for it, she throws something at me.
A man like you?
A man like me?
A bull of a man like you. Got arms on you big as the sides of a ham.
That ain't all I got, big.
You mean what I think?
If you can't see, you can feel. Yeah, man likes appreciation. I got a call this week from a female government employee in Sacramento who's a Reagan supporter. She ain't seen me since 65, but she remembers me clearly. She wants me back in her aqua bed with her. And if you've ever slept in an aqua bed, it don't matter who's in it with you.
You mother! I was talking to you from the stove, and you weren't there! 3 hours I spent shopping for and preparing a memorial dinner while you watched TV.
Stew and veg.
Lamb stew seasoned with garden fresh vegetables from the farmer's market, rosemary, bay leaves, and thyme.
Stew.
I set up a little banquet in that trailer. My grandmother's silver and Irish lace tablecloth, my crystal cut candlesticks with the vine leaves filigree ornament silver, which I polished, set on either side of a single talisman rose. A table like a photo from Home and Gardens. I talked from the stove to no one.
I went out for a bottle. She killed a fifth of imp. She was crying in her stew to save on salt.
Without word or note on the table, you went.
Leona, Phil's not happy tonight. Let him be.
2 people's not happy, and one of them with reason. Is that your suitcase, my dear? Are you thrown out? Evicted? A lady of the street? Oh, Violet. Would you look at your fingernails, Violet?
I know, the enamel's chipping.
Yes, exposing the dirt. Here's an orange stick, Violet. Don't be depressed.
I'm not depressed.
Then you must not be conscious. I hope nobody objects to the number I play. It will be played repeatedly here tonight. Appreciated or not. Rock? No. Popular? No. Classicals? Yes.
Tell her I'm not depressed.
Hey, she's depressed. And depressing.
Monk, do you have to fiddle with that one?
Not bad, huh? Definite personal asset.
You cunt!
Over. No. Levin, no violence.
Hands! Carl, don't you! You let her in front of me in a bar in public?
What the fuck of it? You hit me right between the eyes with your stinking cat.
Where is she? Where's she gone?
Down those stairs. Nobody's up my stairs.
Ah, she's gone to the ladies. Change the sign on that door.
I'm operating the place for gents and
Gents and what?
ladies.
Ah, come on. Her, lady, him, gent. There's limits to what I'll
Now stay away from no more disturbance.
Let me set you straight about what's a lady. A lady is a woman with respect for herself and the relations of others. Her, in there, wailing? She's got no respect for herself, and that's a single respect which she's correct to. No one could blame her for that. What could she possibly find to respect in herself? She looks like an animal in a room with no bath up over the amusement arcade. Over the pinballs and the ping pong. It's bang, 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 loud as a TV Western all day and all night, and then bang, 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 again at 8 a.m. It would drive a sane person crazy. But she could care less. She doesn't have a bureau. She doesn't have a closet, so she hangs her dresses on 2 nails and a piece of rope. The rest of her shit she keeps on the floor in boxes.
What business is it of yours?
None. Not a goddamn bit. When she was sick, I brought her a chicken. I said to her, Violet, where's your silver, Violet? She didn't have any silver. Not a fork, not a knife, not even any china. She ate that chicken, all right. She ate it like a dog would eat it. Picked it up in her paws and gnawed at it like a dog. Who came to see if she was living or dead? Me, only. I brought her a fork. I brought her a knife. I brought her a china. I brought her bed linens for that broken down cot. And every day after work, I stopped by to see what she needed. One day, I came by. Bitch wasn't there. I thought, my God, she's died and they put her away or something. So I run downstairs. Found her screaming with joy with a bunch of sailor boys. She hardly had time to talk to me.
Yeah, maybe she gotten sick of you. That's a possible reason.
It's a possible reason I was sick of her, too. But I thought a human life is worth saving. Or what the fuck is worth saving. But is she human?
You think I belong to you? I only belong to myself. I just belong to myself.
Ah, you pitiful piece of worthless conceit. Never done a lick of work in his life. He calls it Junior. He says he'll take care of Junior, and Junior takes care of him. How long does he think that's gonna last, huh? How long does he think Junior's gonna continue to provide for him? Forever? Or less than forever? Thinks the sun rises and sets between his legs, and that's why I give him beer money every time not to notice when there's $5 or $10 missing from my
Why
bag.
don't you go out on the beach and tell that to the seagulls? They'd be more interested.
Help! Somebody please help me!
Is she howling out the ladies' window?
How long do I have to stay?
Is that fake howling out the ladies' window? Monk, I'm gonna go in and throw a brick in.
Leona, now cool it.
I'll pay the damages, I'll pay the hospital
Leona,
expenses.
why don't you go play a violin number on the box and settle down at a table?
When I've been insulted by someone, I don't settle down at a table or nowhere. Nowhere!
Is that violin there?
Who else do you think would be howling out the ladies' window? And you better stay out of this. This is between her and me.
What happened? Did you hit Violet?
You're goddamn right, I busted that filthy bitch in the kisser. And when she comes out of the ladies, if she comes out, I'll bust her in the kisser again. Kiss my ass, I'm just the one to do it. Monk, drink, bourbon, sweet.
Leona, you're a mean drunk. I don't serve no one on a mean drunk.
Well, you can kiss it too, you monkey-faced mother.
Hey, did you hit Violet?
Have you gone deaf? Have you got wax in your ears? Can't you hear her howling out the ladies' window? Did I hit Violet? Come on out of there, Violet! I'll break in the door!
Why'd you hit Violet?
Why don't you ask me why I hit Violet?
Why'd you hit Violet?
I hit Violet because she acted indecent with her dirty paws in the lap of that ape that moved himself into my trailer.
What do you mean?
I came in here tonight, and her hands were on the table. The red enamel had nearly chipped off, and the fingernails black. I mean, black, like she'd spent every day for a month without washing her hands after making mud pies with filthy motherless kids. And I said to her, Violet, would you look at your fingernails, Violet?
Is that why you hit Violet?
God damn it, no! Listen! She said, oh, the enamel's chipping, I know. Like the dirtiness of the nails is not a thing she could notice, just the chipped red enamel.
Is that why you hit Violet?
You shut up till I tell you why I hit Violet? I wouldn't hit her for being unclean, unsanitary. I wouldn't hit her for nothing that affected just her. I got up from the table to play souvenir.
What is she talking? What are you talking about?
When I came back to the table, her hands had disappeared off it. And I thought to myself, she's ashamed of them and she's hiding them now.
Is that why you hit Violet?
Why do you come into a bar when you're already drunk? No! Listen! It wasn't embarrassment. It was her old habits, filthy as her nails. Under the table she was acting indecent with her dirty paws in the lap of that ape who moved himself into my trailer and tonight will move himself out. Now do you know why I hit Violet? If you had balls, you would have done it yourself instead of making me do it.
I wasn't there. But is that the reason you're here?
Yeah, now the reason's gotten through your thick skull, thick as the fog on the beach.
Look, I'm not married to Violet, never will be. I just want to know who hit her and why you hit her. Don't slap me with that cap. What do I have to do with what she does and what she done?
No responsibility, no affection, no pity. You stand there hearing her howling at the ladies and deny there's any connection between you. Huh. I'm sorry I hit her. You can let her out of the ladies' room. I'll never hit her again. Jesus. I'm going outside for a minute to breathe some clean air. I get a drink with a barman who's willing to serve me. And when I come back, I'll pay up whatever I owe here and say goodbye to the sailfish, hooked and shellacked and strung up over lesser, much lesser creatures that never sailed an inch in their lives. When I leave here tonight, I am gonna stop by the shop and collect my equipment, which is enough to open a shop of my own. Leave a goodbye note for Flo. She isn't a bad old bitch. Poor Flo. Cut back to my trailer and pack like lightning and move on to
Where?
where I go next. You won't know, but you'll know I went quick. Oh, hi, boys.
Oh, hello. Good evening.
Hey.
How's the corn growing with a tall corn grows?
Oh, it's still growing tall.
Good for the corn. What part of area are you from?
Goldenfield? It's close to Dubuque.
Dubuque, no shoot. Well, I could recite the phone book from Dubuque. But excuse me a minute, and I'll be back to discuss Dubuque with you. Monk, give me change for $1.
Barman. Oh, barman. What's necessary to get the barman's attention around here?
I heard you. You've come to the wrong place. You're looking for a jungle bar half a mile up the beach.
Does that mean you'd rather not serve us?
Let me see the kid's draft card.
Oh, hey, I just want a Coke.
He wants a plain Coca-Cola, and I'd like a vodka and tonic.
You can't insult them. There's no way to bring him down except to beat him and roll him. I noticed him stop at the door when he come in. He's about to go right back out again when he caught sight of me. Then he decided to stay. A piss elegant one like that's asking for it. After a while, say about 15 minutes, I'll go into the gents, and he'll follow me in there for a look at Junior. Then I'll have him hooked. He'll ask me to meet him out by his car, up at the White Castle. It'll be a short wait. I don't think I'll have to do more than scare him a little. I don't like beating him up. If they can't help the way they are, who can? Not me. I left home at 15. And like Leona says, I never done a lick of work in my life, and I don't plan to. Not as long as Junior keeps batting on the home team. But my time with Leona's run out. She means to pull out. I mean to stay.
Violet, you can come out now. She's playing a violin number.
I guess Violet's a pig, alright. Ought to be ashamed to go around with her, but a man, unmarried, 47 years old, employs a short order cook at a salary he can barely afford to get by on alone. Can't be choosy. Nope. He's gotta be satisfied with the scraps of this world. And Violet? She's one of those scraps. She gave me the clap one time. Told me I got her off the toilet seat. I asked the doc, I said, Doc, is it possible to get the clap off a public toilet seat? He said, yes, you can get it that way, but you don't. My life. My cheap, miserable life. It's like a bone thrown to a dog. I'm the dog, she's the bone. Hell, I know her habits. She's always down there at the arcade when I go to pick her up, as close as she can get to some sailor kid, playing pinball, one hand out of sight. Hustling? Yeah, I reckon that's it. I know I don't provide for her, just a few beers here, hot dog on the way home. But Bill, why do you let her mess around with him? He was in here one night bragging about the size of his tool. He said all he had to do to make a living was to stand on the street in tight pants. Life. Throw it to a dog. I'm not a dog. I don't want it. I think I'll just sit here, pay no attention to her when she comes out.
It feels sick in my stomach. I don't know if I can drink.
Shit, Violet, who do you think you're kidding? You'll drink whatever's put in each of your paws.
I do feel sick in my stomach.
You're lucky you're sick at your stomach. Because when you're sick at your stomach can vomit. But when you're sick at your heart can't vomit the heartbreaks of your lifetime. I wish my heart could vomit. I wish my heart could throw up the memories of my lifetime. It wouldn't surprise me if I drove up to Sausalito alone tonight. You calm down. I'm not gonna hit you. Steve, get her off that bar stool and put her in a chair. She's on a crying jacket. It makes me sick.
Come off it, Violet. Come sit over here at the table before you fall off that bar stool.
Look at her. Not a mark on her. Not a mark. But she turns into a weeping willow and acts like I nearly killed her. And as for this ape, I took him in because life on the road, going place to place, wherever the wind blows you, it's to be lonely sometimes. But that's a mistake I'll not make again. Knock wood.
You know what that means, Leona? To knock wood? It means to touch the wood of the true cross.
Yeah, for luck. You need it.
That's mine. Here's yours.
Steve, would you move her? She's got to be moved.
Violet, come over here and sit at the table.
Monk's place. Doc, it's for you.
Thanks, Mom.
Some retirement. You know, he was thrown out of the medical profession for performing operations when he was too inebriated to tell the appendix from the gizzard.
Hey, now they go sit at your table.
You want responsibility for a human life?
You know, I seen a circus in it one time with a polar bear that rode a three-wheeled bicycle. That's what you remind me of tonight.
Want to know something, McCorkle? I could beat the shit out of you.
Sit down somewhere and shut up.
I got a suggestion for you. Take these quarters and go punch J6 3 times in the juke.
Nobody wants to hear that violin number again.
I do! I'm somebody! My brother,
Oh,
my young brother played that song as good, if not better than Heifetz on that box. You know, I look at you and I ask myself a question. How does it feel never to have had one beautiful thing in the course of a lifetime and not even know you've missed it? Walking home some nights, I've said to you, Bill, look at the sky. Would you look at that sky? You never even looked up, just grunted. In your life, you've never had any experience, appreciation for the beauty of God in the sky. So what is your life but a bottle of, or a can of, or a glass of? 1, 2, 3.
The dog's still on the phone.
So there's a quiet number! You know,
The baby's about to be born. Give me a shot of brandy. I gotta deliver a baby.
it wouldn't be sad if you didn't know what you missed by coming into this world and going out of it. without ever having had an experience of or a memory of beautiful things such as I have when I remember the face of and the violin of my young brother.
You told me your brother was a fruit.
I told her something in private! You're repeating in public with words as cheap as yourself! My young brother, had pernicious anemia from the age of 13. And any fool knows a disease, a condition like that would make any boy too weak to go with a woman. But he was so full of love, he had to give it to something like his music. And in my lifetime as a beautician, I've never seen skin or hair or eyes that could touch my brother's. His eyes were two pieces of heaven and a human face, and his hair was a natural blonde as soft as silk. And he played violin like he was making love to it. I cry. No, I don't. I don't cry. I'm proud to have had something beautiful to remember as long as I live in my lifetime. When they passed around the plate for the offering at church, they'd have him play in the choir stall. And he looked like an angel, standing under the light from the stained glass window. Yes, people, even the tightwads would put paper money in the plates when he played. Always before the service, I gave him a shampoo rinse so that his hair, the silkiest hair I've ever known in my lifetime as a beautician, looked like an angel's halo, touched with heavenly light. The preacher was still choked up when he delivered the sermon. Angels of Light. That was the number he played that Easter. Emotions of people can be worse than people, yes, but sometimes they can be superior to people, better than them. And Haley had that gift of making people's emotions uplifted, superior. But he got weaker and weaker and thinner and thinner. And one Sunday he just collapsed in the choir stall. After that he just failed fast. Faded out of this world. Anemia. Pernicious
Anemia? That's what I've got.
Don't compare yourself to him. He was too beautiful to live, and so he died. Otherwise, we'd be living together in that trailer. I teach my brother to be a beautician. I teach him to lay his hands on the heads of the homely and the lonely and bring out some beauty in them. At least for a day, for a night, at least for an hour. We'd have our own shop, maybe two. And I never would have met you. You never would have entered my sight to make me feel pity for you. Remember this, Bill, if your brain can remember. Everyone needs one beautiful thing in the course of a lifetime to save the heart from corruption.
Lady, what is corruption?
Corruption! Without one beautiful thing in the course of a lifetime, it is all a death time. A woman turns to a slob who lives like a slob, and she's disgusting to life, and life is disgusting to her.
Yeah, well, if you'd rather live with a fruit.
Don't say it! Don't say it! You know, the price of a broken stool.
Steve, love, please. Can you get me a hot dog with chili and onions? Or maybe a Whopper?
Oh, now you want a Whopper. A king-size burger now.
Not a mark on her. Yet she wants a Whopper with everything on it. Let her have him for supper.
I gotta be going, Moke. Somebody's about to be born at Treasure Island.
Treasure Island? That's where I keep my trailer. A baby's about to be born there?
No, not a baby. A full-grown adult's about to be born out there. But the doctor had to brace himself with a couple shots.
Hey, you can't make jokes about birth, McCorkle, and you can't make jokes about death. They're miracles, all right? Holy miracles. That's what both of them are. Well, these days, they're usually surrounded by expedients that take away their dignity. Birth, boiled water, rubber gloves, forceps, surgical shears. And death, the wheeze of an oxygen tank, jab of a hypodermic needle, put out the panic light, tubes in the arms and the kidneys, absorbent cotton to hold back the bowels discharged when the bean stops. You know, it's hard to see back of this cloud of irreverent paraphernalia. But behind them both are the holy mysteries of birth and death. Yeah, they're dark. Dark as the face of a black man. I always thought that God had the face of a black man. A miner in the pit of a lightless coal mine, obscured completely by the irrelevancies and irreverencies of public worship. Standing to sing, kneeling to pray, sitting to hear the banalities of a preacher. Hey, Monk! Can I give you my,
Bag? Yeah.
Hey, let me have a shot of brandy to wash down this Benzedrine tab and steady my hands.
I want to know, is nobody going to stop this man from delivering a baby in his condition? I want to know quick or I'll stop him myself.
Leona, you know something, babe? As I drove down Canyon Road tonight, there's a clear, bright star up in the sky. It was right over that trailer court, Treasure Island, where I'm going to deliver a baby tonight. So now I know. I'm going to deliver a new Messiah tonight.
Tell you why, you criminal. Murdering quack, give me that bag!
Hey! Don't let him in that bag! The contents of that bag are very valuable. I'll sue you for their value and for slander.
I'll surrender this bag in a courtroom only!
Very expensive, Leona. Very, very expensive.
You got that bag. Just,
What?
come sit down and have a drink with us.
No! Not at this table! No! I'm
Shut up, Father. Go sit and have a drink with us.
No! I'll stay holding this bag until some action is taken to stop this man from All of you are responsible if he kills a baby tonight and the baby's mother. Is life worth nothing in here? We got to make a phone call. Don't you dare to! Try to!
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah, who's she gonna call?
That's my business. I'm not using your phone.
What's she up to?
Yeah, what's she up to, Bill?
I know what she's up to. She's gonna go and make a call to Treasure Island, tell them the doc's coming out there.
Well, stop her. Go stop her.
Yeah, you better stop her.
She's disappeared into the fog.
She can get the doc in serious trouble, and his condition is no better than mine is.
They know her too well to pay any attention to her call.
I hate to 86 anyone from my place. I haven't done that in the 6 years I've run it. But I swear to God, I have to avoid disturbance.
She just turns. I mean, last week she gave me a perm and a rinse for nothing. Now she threatens to kill me.
She blows hot and cold, depending on which way the liquor hits
She's
her.
got two natures in her. One minute she couldn't be nicer. The next she just... I don't know,
Shut
she
up a
doesn't-
minute. Treasure Island? Yeah, this is Monk. From Monk's place. Now, if you get a phone call out there from a Leona Dawson, you know it. She's got a trailer out there. Don't listen to her. She's on a crazy mean drunk, and she's out to make trouble for a capable doctor who's been called out there by someone on an emergency call. So I thought I'd warn you. Thank you.
It's perfectly true. I have a room over the amusement arcade facing the pier. It's not like Leona describes it. It took me a while to get it in shipshape condition because I wasn't a well girl when I moved in there, but I got it clean and attractive. It's not luxurious, but it's clean and attractive. I don't see anything wrong with living above the amusement arcade facing the pier. I don't have a bath or a toilet. I use the sponge bath at the wash basin. And I use the toilet in the amusement arcade. Anyhow, it was a temporary arrangement. That's all it was. It was just a temporary arrangement.
One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. Silence. Absolute silence. Ostracized. Well, boys, what went wrong?
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Sure you know. You're not talking to each other. You don't even look at each other. What is it? Guilt feelings? Embarrassment?
I don't know what you mean, but
What?
Don't you think you're being a bit presumptuous?
Nah, I know the gay scene. I went in for my kid brother. He came out early. Younger than this kid here. I can almost be glad he died before he had time to be infected with the sickness and sadness in the heart of a gay boy. This kid from Iowa here reminds me of how my little brother was. And you remind me of how I might have been if he had lived.
Yes, well, you should be glad he's dead then. Well, won't you sit down?
Do I look like I'm still standing?
Perhaps we took your table.
Nah, I don't have a table. Listen, tonight is the night of the death day of my brother. Listen, the barman won't serve me. He thinks I'm on a mean drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So do me a favor. Order a double bourbon. Pretend it's for you. Do that, I'll love you for it. And of course, I'll pay you for it.
Barman. Barman. I'd like a double bourbon, please.
For the lady, I can't serve you.
It isn't for the lady, it's for me.
How do you like that shit? Now, what went wrong between you and this kid from Iowa? You can tell me. Perhaps I can advise you.
Oh, can you?
Yes. I always locate at least one gay bar in whatever city or town I'm in. I live in a home on wheels, so I've been plenty of places. Got plenty more to go. No one's listening. What went wrong?
Nothing exactly. I just made a mistake.
Oh, mistakes.
And he did too.
Mistakes.
I saw him riding his bicycle up the canyon road, and I stopped and spoke to him.
What did you say?
do you have to talk about it?
Why not? I said, you didn't ride that bike all the way from Iowa to the Pacific Coast, did you? And he grinned and said, yes, he had done. And I said, oh, you must be tired. And I said, he was. So I said, why don't you take your bike, put it in the back of my car, and come home with me for dinner?
What happened? At dinner?
Well,
You didn't give him the dinner?
no. I gave him drinks at first because I thought if he'd had dinner, he might say, thank you, goodbye.
All right. Let's just shut up about that, all right? I had dinner after.
After what?
After...
All right. I guess to you people who live here, it's just an old thing that you're used to. I mean the ocean out there, the Pacific. I mean, it's not an experience to you like it is to me. I mean, you say, the Pacific. But me, man, I say the Pacific.
You work for the movies?
Naturally, what else?
Act in them? You're an actor?
No. Scriptwriter.
Oh, you write movies, huh?
Well, rewrite mostly. Adapt. I had a setback at first when they thought I was too literary. for my first project. It was converting an epic into a project for the producer's doxy, some grammar school dropout. But the industry is still using me to make blue movies bluer, with special touches of erotica. Lovely.
Name?
Quentin, Miss
Leona Dawson. And he's...
Bobby.
Bobby? Come back to the party, love. Resume your seat. I want you next to me.
Why don't you ask him if he's got change for a $3 bill?
If you have the bill.
Ignore the peasants. I don't think that bartender's gonna hear that bourbon. I never left this bar without leaving $1 tip on the table, and this is a thanks I get because it's the death day of my brother, and I showed a little human emotion. Now, what went wrong between you and this kid from Iowa where the tall corn blows?
Well, I usually go for straight trade. But this boy, look at him. You wouldn't think he was gay. I didn't. I thought he was straight. So it was an unpleasant experience when he reacted to my putting my hand on his knee by putting his hand on mine.
Look, I don't dig that word gay. They mean nothing to me, those words.
You've got plenty of time to learn the meanings of words and cynical attitudes. But you've got the skin and hair of my brother. Too bad you can't play the fiddle. Your eyes are terrible. What are you looking at?
That fish on the bar, over the bar. As soon as I woke up and saw that fantastic fish. What is it?
Sailfish.
Sailfish. Now, suppose I woke up some night and found that peculiar thing swimming around my bedroom, up the canyon.
In a fishbowl, an aquarium?
No, not in a bowl or an aquarium, but free, unconfined.
Impossible.
Granted, it's impossible, but suppose it occurred just the same, as so many impossible things do occur just the same. What do you suppose I would say?
To the fish.
Well, to myself and the fish.
I'll be raped by an ape if I can imagine.
Well, I'll tell you. I'd say, oh well.
Just, oh well.
Oh well. Oh well is all I would say before I went back to sleep.
What I'd say is, get out of here, you goggle-eyed monstrosity of a mother. That's what I'd say.
Leona, let's lighten it up.
You don't see the point of my story?
Nope.
Do you see the point of my story? Well, maybe I don't either.
Why'd you tell it?
What is the one thing one mustn't lose in this world before we're ready to leave it? The one thing we mustn't lose ever.
Love.
Interest?
That's closer. The word I'm looking for, though, is surprise. The capacity for being surprised. I've lost the capacity for being surprised, so completely lost it, that if that fantastic fish were to suddenly appear over my head, in my bed, I wouldn't even be surprised.
You mean you think you were dreaming?
No, wide awake, but not really surprised. Once, quite a long while ago, I was often startled by my sense of being alive, myself living. When I would feel this feeling, this shock of what? Self-realization? I would feel a sense of, I would be awestruck. And by everything that exists, I would be thunderstruck with astonishment. It would do more than astound me. It would give me a sense of panic. The sense of, it was like an epileptic seizure. Except instead of falling on the ground in convulsions, I was more apt to lose myself in a crowded street until the seizure stopped. In a forest, you'll sometimes see an old tree, several hundred years old, scarred and blazed by lightning, the wound obscured by the obstinately still growing, still living bark. I wonder if a tree such as that one has learned the same lesson I have, not to feel astonishment anymore, but merely to continue, to go on living for another 200 or 300 years. This boy that I met on the Canyon Road, he still has the capacity for being surprised. All the way up here, he kept saying, "I can't believe it! I'm really here, the Pacific Ocean, the world's greatest ocean!" As if nobody, not Magellan or Balboa, not even the Indians, had ever seen it before him. Like he had discovered it, and now that he had found it, it existed. Now, for the first time. His excitement reminded me of my having lost the capacity for saying, "My God," instead of, "Oh well." I've asked all the questions, shouted them at deaf heaven till I was blue in the face and hoarse and gotten no answer. Not the whisper of one. Nothing at all, you see, except the sun coming up in the morning, going down at night, and the galaxies of the night sky, trooping on stage, like Corines, robot Corines. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. Repeat anything too many times, and what you get, what's given? A carved rock by the side of the desert, a stupid stone paralyzed sphinx, waiting on her belly to give outcries of universal wisdom. And if she woke up one night and saw that fantastic fish swimming over her head, you know what she'd say too? She'd say, "Oh well," and go back to sleep for another 5,000 years. Your bike's still in my car. Shall I leave it for you on the sidewalk?
No, I'll go get it.
No. I'll leave it for you by the door.
Oh, stay here a while. Sit down. He wants to escape.
Oh, from me?
Or maybe more from himself. Stay here a while.
Yeah, no, it's late for the road. I really got it.
Yeah, on your bike with the dreaded fog people. Listen, I got an idea. It's sudden, but it's terrific. Put your bike in my trailer. It's got 2 bunks.
No, thanks, but...
It wouldn't cost you nothing, and we could keep each other company. The trailer's not ordinary. It's a Fonda Deluxe. Stereo with 2 speakers, 8-inch color TV, and... Baby, you don't look too well fed.
What a desperate pitch. I was the wrong sex. She wants a stinking fruit in her trailer.
Nothing's stunk in my trailer, but what's out now? I can't understand a person wanting to give another person protection. It's beyond his little reception. Why are you staring out the door with visibility 0?
Oh, I got a lot of new things to think about tonight, you know? I feel new vibes, vibrations, you know? And I really got to think them over alone, you know?
Mexico's a dangerous country, and there's lonely stretches of
Yeah,
road.
yeah, I know. I need that now.
Baby, do you think he'll come on to you? I don't, as they say, come on heavy. This is my touch. Is that heavy?
I mean, that man didn't come on heavy. I mean, his hand on my knee, it was just a human touch.
Baby, his hand had ambitions. He's got the eyes of my brother.
Can he play the fiddle?
There was a man like that in Iowa, Goldenfield there. Ran a flower shop. Had a back room that was decorated all Chinese, you know, with incense and naked pictures. And he invited boys back there. Well, I heard about it. Things like that aren't tolerated for too long in towns like Goldenfield. I mean, there's suspicion and talk, and then public outrage and action. And he had to leave so quick he didn't have time to clear out the shop. A bunch of us went in there one night. You know, all the drying up flowers were rattling in the wind, and the wind chimes were tinkling. And the naked pictures, man, They were just pathetic. Except for this one sketch of Michelangelo's David. I don't think anyone noticed me snatch it off the wall and stick it in my pocket. On the plains of Nebraska, I passed a night with a group of runaway kids my age, and it got cold after sunset. This wild, lovely young girl invited me under a blanket with just a smile. And then a boy, me between, and both of them just kept on saying love, love. One in one ear and one in the other. So I couldn't tell which was which love and which ear or which touch. Oh, now it looks like the man with the hang up there set my bike by the door. It's been real nice meeting a lady like you. I got a lot of new things to think about on my bike tonight. My speed iron. I think I'll ride all night. I don't feel tired.
Hey, Iowa to Mexico! Come back!
He don't want a lousy $5-10. He wants everything in the wallet. He'll roll the faggot and hop back on his bicycle looking all sweet and innocent like a brother fiddling in church.
Coast is overrun with them. They come running out here like animals from a brush fire.
I didn't hit no moral objections to them as a part of humanity, but I don't encourage them here. One comes in, others follow. First thing you know, you're operating what they call a gay bar. They're standing 3 deep, lined up at the bar, lined up at the men's room. Business is terrific for a few months. Then in comes the law. Place is raided, boys hauled off in the wagon, your place is padlocked. And then a cop or a gangster comes and pays you a social visit. Big smile, all buddy-buddy. You had a good thing going, a real swinging place, he tells you. But you needed protection. And he offers you protection, you buy it. The next time it's reopened, business is terrific for a few months more. Then it's raided again. The next time it's reopened, you pay through your nose, your ears, and your ass. Who wants it? I don't want it. I want a small, steady place. The small, steady profit. No buddy-buddy association with cops or gangsters. I want to know the people that come into my place so well that I can serve them their brand before they can name it. As soon as they walk through that door. And all their personal problems, I want to know that too. I'm fond of. I've got an affection for. A sincere interest in my regular customers here. They send me postcards. Tell me what's new in their lives. Just last month, one of them I hadn't seen in about 5 years. He died in Mexico City. And I was notified that he had willed me all he owned. All his personal effects and a $250 savings account in the bank. Thing like that, it's as beautiful as music. These people, they take the place of a family to me. I love to climb down those stairs to open the place for the evening. And I love to climb back up those stairs with my can of Valentine's Ale. And the jokes, the stories, the confidences and confessions I've heard, they make me feel not alone. I'll die some night up those steps. I'll die in the night alone. Because I've had heart attacks. And I'd be a liar to say they didn't scare me. And I hope when that happens, that it don't wake me up. That I just slip away, quietly.
Is there a steam engine in here? Someone pull in here on a steam engine?
Did what?
I hear something going huff huff like an old locomotive pulling into a station. Oh well. My home is on wheels. Monk, sweet bourbon.
Leona, you don't need another.
Monk, it's after midnight. My brother's death day is over. Don't worry. I'll be alright. You know. Selfish of me to wish you were still alive. She's got some form of religion in her hands.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I don't want to set the world on fire. The rest. Okay, well, I like oldies. This is one that my mother taught me. Lay me where sweet flowers blossom, where the dainty lily blows, where the pinks and violets mingle, lay me underneath the rose.
Shit, you don't need a rose to lay her. You could lay her under a cactus and she wouldn't notice a difference. I guess you don't think I'm serious about it. Hitting the road tonight, I mean. Well, I am. An experienced expert beautician can get work anywhere.
Your own appearance is a bad advertisement for your line of work.
Of course, there's things about you that I'll remember with pleasure. I don't care how I look, as long as I'm clean and decent and self-supporting. When I haul into a new town, I just look through the yellow pages and find a beauty parlor near my trailer camp. I stop by the shop and offer to work a couple of days for free. And after those couple of days, I'm in like Flynn. And on my own terms, which is 50% of all charges for all I do, plus my tips, of course, too. They like me. They like my personality, my approach to customers. I keep them laughing.
Yeah, you keep me laughing too.
There's things about you, McCorkle, that I'll remember with pleasure. Like waking up sometimes in the night and looking over the upper bunk to see you asleep on the lower. Yeah, when he passed out, he'd have to pass out on the lower because it would take a derrick to haul him into the upper.
As if you never pass out? Is that the idea you're selling?
When I pass out, it's on the floor in a chair or something.
Okay.
Sometimes you stepped on me even. Yeah, like I was a rug or a bug, because your nature is selfish. You think because you've been with one woman after another woman after 8 or 10 women, you're something superior, special? Well, you're special, baby, but not superior. I'm gonna worry about you when I leave, and I'm sure as hell leaving tonight, fog or no fog on the beach. But I'm gonna worry about you because you refuse to grow up, and that's a mistake, because you can only refuse to grow up for a limited period in your lifetime and get by with it.
Bill, get up and tell Leona goodbye. She's a lonely girl without a soul in the world.
I've got the world in the world, and McCorkle don't have to make the effort to get himself or any part of him up. It's easier to stay down. As for being lonely, listen, ducks. That applies to every mother's son and daughter alive. We were giving warning of that before we were born, almost. Yet, when I haul into a new town, first 2 or 3 weeks are rough. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed where I was before. But I know from experience that I'll find somebody and locate a night spot to booze in and become acquainted with friends. And all of a sudden, all the past disappointments of the people I left behind just disappear, evaporate from my mind. And I remember the good things, their smiling faces and life. Because I've lived in my lifetime and not been afraid of changes. When I live with someone I love and care for, I respect his respect. And when I see that I've lost it, I go. So a home on wheels is the only home for me. Now, what are you doing?
You're the best friend I ever had.
What?
You're the best, my best friend.
What?
My best friend.
Violet, I'd go further than that. I'd be willing to bet I'm your only friend. And next time you come down sick, nobody's gonna bring you nothing. No chicken, no hot beef bouillon, no china, and no interest and concern for your condition. And you'll die alone in that rat hole with no human voice, just bang, bang, bang from the bowling alleys and billiards. And when you die, you should feel a relief from the conditions you lived in. Back so soon, Doc? Didn't take long to deliver the baby. Or did you bury the baby?
Did somebody shut this woman up?
Nobody can shut this woman up! Quack, 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 Dr. Doc! Quack, quack, quack!
I'm a licensed physician!
Show me your license! I'll shut up when I see it!
License to practice medicine isn't the size of a drunken driver's license. You don't stick it in your wallet, you hang it on the wall of your office!
Here is your office! Where is your license? Over the sailfish or where? In the men's room with the other filthy scribbles?
Leona, when you said your brother's death day was over, I thought that meant you were.
Thought it meant I was
You were
what?
ready to cool it. Bill, take Leo home now.
Christ, you think I'd let him?
We better go to the King Burger stand before they close, because I've had nothing but liquids on my system all day.
You'll get a hot dog with everything on it on the way home. Grab, 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 get me, get me, get me. You disgrace me, your habits.
You're underdeveloped and you blame me!
Yes. Yes!
What was that? Another sarcastic crack?
When I say yes, it is not a sarcastic crank. It is a decision to act.
The place is closing, so will everybody please gather themselves together now?
Come on. Let's go before the King Burger stand closes. Because I've had all liquids and no solids on my system all day long, and it's bad for the system. Ask the doc if it isn't. Doc, isn't it bad to have liquids on the system and no solids all day long?
Violet, if that's a professional question to a doctor whose office is here, my fee is another brandy.
Something wrong, Doc?
Well, I know, Monk, what could be wrong, but I need to put more liquids in my system.
Yes. Yes!
I am not about to spend the night on the beach.
I'm not neither. So why don't we go in and check in somewhere together, us two?
I heard that.
Yes.
I
Yes.
said the place is closing.
Why don't the three of us go together and talk things over at the King Burger stand?
Being a cook, I know the quality of those giant hamburgers called Whoppers. They're fit only for dog food.
Steve. Bill. Come on. I feel so protected right now.
You want your ass in a sling before you laid under that rose? Huh?
Good luck wherever you're going if we don't see you again.
That's what she wants. She wants her ass in a sling.
Hey, if you don't settle down and come along peaceful, like, I'm gonna call the wagon.
Do that. I just dare you to do it. Go on, I dare you to call the wagon. I want to ride in a wagon. It's got wheels, hasn't it?
Listen, like, what's your name anyhow?
I'll tell you my name. I'm gonna tell you my name. What's your name? I want to know your name.
Listen, please, come on now. Let's just take this thing easy.
I've been coming in this bar every night, and it's the
Oh,
first
let's
time.
go. You race hell every night.
Every night, huh? This isn't the first time. I've been meaning to report you. Yes, I'm gonna report you.
Oh, come
How's that
on.
for a change?
I'm just trying to do my duty.
I live in a home on wheels, and every night you try to molest me when I come home.
No, you're wrong. You're always in there drinking and raising hell.
Yeah, but you let criminals go free, right?
No, I don't.
Don't you put your hands on me. I'm a goddamn lady. That's what I am.
God damn, she left a suitcase.
Done what?
She left a bag here, which means she's coming back.
Oh, yeah, well, there's a guarantee of that. She's gonna provide you with the solace of her companionship up the steps to the living quarters. You know, that narrow flight of stairs up the steps to your room up there, it's like the uterine passes to life. I tell you, that strange amorphous looking creature is gonna provide you with the solace of her companionship up the uterine passage. Got the toilet fixed in the gents' room yet?
Yeah, the plumber fixed it today.
Good.
Does your wife know about the girls you go out with?
You're trying to incriminate
How
me.
does she know about that, huh?
I know what you're trying to do.
I've seen
Trying to
you.
get me in trouble.
Ah, Jesus Christ, Monk. Call an ambulance and get a straitjacket for her.
I mean, you can't hold her, you stupid prick.
No man can hold that woman when she goes ape. Give me a dime. I'm gonna call the Star of the Sea Psycho Ward on
Put
her.
a hand on that phone.
She's like a wild thing out there. They're calling the cops for her. Please don't let her in here. Hide me. Help me. Please.
Pick up your luggage, I'll call a taxi for you.
Fuck, the toilet still overflows.
Violet! Mark! Violet, get back in here.
Yeah, she's back in the living room.
You hear me?
No, she don't.
Violet, the King Burger stand was closed. I couldn't get you a Whopper, but I got you 2 dogs. With chili. You can come on now. Leona's getting arrested.
Those dogs, Joel, they're dripping on my floor.
Committing a nuisance.
Violet, come on. The dog's getting close. The chili's dripping off them. Come on now. You can't stay in the toilet all night.
I can. I will. So go away.
She says she wants to stay in the toilet all night. I mean, wow.
She's called the law in here. I want her to shut up in there.
Violet, shut up in there. Come on, get your dogs.
Take your dogs away and leave me alone. You give me no protection and no support at all.
Doug, have a nightcap with me.
Thanks, Monk. I could use one. How you feeling anyway, Monk?
Angina or gastritis? It's probably both.
In that location, it's gas.
So what happened to Treasure Island?
I'll tell you when I get this down.
Time. It runs out with one, so you move to another. I got a call from a female government employee in Sacramento. She's got a co-op in a high-rise condominium. Lives so high off the hog, with payoffs and all, she can hardly see the ground below her.
Why are you shouting? And who?
Because nobody's ever thrown McCorkle out.
Unusual, not expected things can happen.
Alright, you make your phone call, I'll make mine.
So, Doc,
The birth of the baby was at least 3 months premature, so it was born dead. The man living with the woman in the trailer said, "Don't let her see it, get it out of the trailer." Well, I agreed with the man that she shouldn't see it, so I put the fetus in a shoebox. The trailer was right by the beach, the tide was coming in with a heavy surf, so I put the shoebox and contents where the tide would take it.
you sure that was legal?
Christ, no, it wasn't legal. barely set the box down when a man came out shouting for me. The woman started a hemorrhage. I go back in the trailer. She was bleeding to death. The man was hollering at me, "Do something! Can't you do something for her?" No.
Would you?
No. I could have told the man to call an ambulance for her, but I thought of the probable consequences to me. Well, I was thinking about that. The woman died. She was a small woman, but not small enough to fit into a shoebox. So I gave the man a $50 bill I received today for performing an abortion. I gave it to him on the condition that he not remember my name. You see, Monk, I can't make out certificates of death since I don't have a license to practice medicine anymore, Monk.
Something I better tell you, Doc. As soon as you left here to deliver that baby, Leona ran out to make a phone call at the office at Treasure Island, warning them that you were on your way out there to deliver a baby. So you could be in trouble if you stay here.
Take a benzocaine tablet and I'll pack and I'll
Hit the road before morning.
hit the road tonight.
Don't let it hit you.
Thanks, Monk.
Take care, Doc.
Thanks for all in the warning.
Doc, take care, man. You gotta take care.
Yeah, no sweat, Doc. Bye.
That old son of a bitch paid his dues. Yep, coming along.
I don't want to run this. Come on.
Not me neither. Thank you.
Mom! The paddy wagon's singing my song!
Go up my stairs. Can you make it? Hey, Tony.
Hey, Monk. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, monkey. What is all this garbage I'm hearing about a fight going on here tonight, huh?
Fight? Not here. It's been very peaceful tonight. I'm just having a nightcap with
Who's that ballin' back there, Monk?
some pain, disappointment, love, the usual thing.
I know about that.
Here, try this. If it suits you, take the bottle.
I don't know.
Take the bottle.
Okay. Good.
Take the bottle. Huh?
Okay.
Drop by more often. I miss you.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for this, Monk. It's really good of you.
Good night, Tom. Coast is clear, Leona.
Monk? Thanks, Monk.
Steve? Bill?
Ah, hell, Violet. Come sit with us. We're having a nightcap. My brother's death day is over.
Why does everybody hate me?
Nobody hates you, Violet. It would be a compliment to you if they did.
I'd hate to think I'd come between you and Bill.
Don't do it to yourself. Two people living together is something you don't understand. Listen, Violet. This being our last conversation, I think you need medical help in the mental department. And I say this because you remind me of a plant of some kind.
Because my name is Violet?
No, I wasn't thinking of violets. I was thinking of a water plant. Yeah, a plant that doesn't grow in the ground, but that just sort of floats on water. With you, everything is such a, you know,
A temporary arrangement?
yeah, you could put it that way. Do you know how you got into that room over the amusement arcade?
How?
Yes. How or when or why?
Why,
Take your time and think. How? When? Why?
I was in LA?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that you were even LA, or is your mind in a fog? Is everything cloudy to you?
Yeah, yes, I was in LA.
Take your time. Don't push
And
it. How? When?
You know, take it easy. We all know Violet's got problems.
The problems are mental, and I wanted to confront them in a last conversation tonight. Violet, can you tell me how or when or why you're living out of a suitcase upstairs from the amusement arcade?
She's left the amusement arcade. She left tonight. Brought a suitcase.
She's a water plant, all right. Drifting where it takes her. She cries too easy. God. I'll give her some music to cry to, huh? Then I'll cut back up the Spanish Trail and...
Not tonight, Leona. You have to sleep off your liquor before you hit the highway.
Come on, Monk. I'm not sleeping. How and when and why, and her only answer is tears. Couldn't say how, couldn't say when, couldn't say why. I'm not sure she knows where she was before she come here. Any more sure than she knows where she's going when she leaves here. Her mind floats in a cloud, and her body floats on water. And her dirty fingernail hands reach out to hold onto something she hopes will hold her together. Jesus, she's at it again! She can't help it, I guess. Sad, though, I'd have to reach under a table to find some reason to live. You know, she's worshiping her idea of God Almighty in her own personal church. What do I care? She done it to some nowhere person I put up in my trailer for a couple of months. I wish that boy with eyes like my lost brother had been willing to travel with me. It scares me to be alone in my home on wheels built for two. Monk, what do I owe you tonight?
Forget it, Leona. Go home and sleep.
I'm not gonna sleep and I never leave debts. This 20 ought to take care of it.
Yeah, take care, Leona. Thank you.
Tell Bill he'll find his effects in the trailer court office. And next time he hustles himself a meal ticket, he better try and respect her. At least in public. Well, guess I've already gone.
goodbye, Leona.
Bye.
Make it a solo, huh, Ducks?
Goodbye, Leona.
Monk. I need...
Need your luggage? You can,
I don't mean my suitcase. There's nothing valuable in it but my undies and...
Well, what have you got in mind?
In what?
Sorry, no offense, but there are taverns licensed for food, and rums, and liquor. And liquor. Now, I'm a tavern only licensed
Monk, I just meant... Let's go upstairs, Monk. Why are you looking at me that way? I just need a temporary night.
Yeah, go on upstairs, make yourself at home. Take a shower while I close up the bar.
God love you, Monk, like me. Monk, I'm scared of these stairs. They're steep as a ladder. I better take my slippers off. Will you take them off for me? Thank you. Bring up some beer, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'll bring some beer up. Don't forget to take your shower. I'm not going up there till I hear that shower ready. I'm not going up there till I hear that shower. Dirty, worn out slippers. Still being worn. Walk down here and there on pointless errands. Till the sole's worn through. Even then not thrown out, just padded with cardboard. Till the cardboard's worn through. Just walk down till they're past all repair. Violet, will you, Christ's sake, take a shower? I shouldn't have let her stay here tonight. Well, I won't touch her. I'll have no contact with her. Maybe I won't even go up there tonight. I always leave the door open a few minutes to hear the smoke and liquor smells out of the place. Human odors. To hear the ocean. You know, it sounds different this late than it does with the crowd on the beachfront. It's got a private sound to it. Sound that's just for itself. And for me. That ain't rain.